love this salad because you could cook the quinoa ahead of time, which is what I did right here, and mix it with your pecans and cranberries and have that ready to go in the fridge. So if you're making this for a party, you just have to shake up the dressing and it's ready to go. So first I'm gonna combine my quinoa with my dried cranberries and the chopped pecans. I'm gonna give this a good toss. And this right here is what you can make ahead of time and keep it ready to go in the fridge. Now you could make all of this in a large bowl and mix it up, but if you wanna make it really nice for entertaining, just take your spinach and place it on the serving platter that you're gonna use. Now while I'm using spinach right here, you could also use field greens or chopped kale as well. This is a citrus-based dressing, so I have some orange juice here. I also have some apple cider vinegar, which I'm gonna add to my orange juice. Into that, I'm gonna add some olive oil, keeping it simple with some salt and pepper. And I often make all of my dressings in a jelly jar so I can shake them up and keep them in the fridge until I need them. But another tip is to have an old dressing bottle, or I'll link this one below for you, that you can use and mix your dressing in and keep it in the fridge. And just give it a good shake. Now, all you have to do is take the quinoa with cranberries and pecan and place it right on top of that spinach base that you made, just like that. Spread it all over the top. If you're making this ahead of time for a party night, you can cover this in plastic wrap and keep it in the fridge for a few hours until your guests come. Or if you're ready to serve it, take that dressing and drizzle it right over the top. Here I have a whole bag of fresh cranberries that I simply rinsed underwater in the sink to make sure they're nice and clean, and I'm gonna add them into a small pot. To the cranberries, I'm going to add some granulated sugar, some orange juice, and now I'm gonna turn on the heat and bring it to a boil. I also have an orange here that I'm going to zest right on top of my cranberries to give it more flavor. Now, one quick tip is to make sure you get all the zest left here under the zester. That's always extra and can't be missed. Now I'm just gonna give everything a quick stir. Now this is gonna take about 5 or so minutes on high heat to come to a boil. Once it's coming to a boil, I'm gonna reduce the heat to medium and I'm gonna let it simmer for about 12 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally so my sauce does not stick to the pot. As you can see, the cranberries have already started to break down into a thicker sauce. Now, don't worry, I'm also gonna show you how to make this cranberry sauce nice and smooth, or if you like yours chunky, you can do half and half. Let me show you what it looks like after 5 minutes. Don't worry about the foam, that's gonna go away. We're just gonna keep stirring and let it go for another 5 minutes. All right, guys, so this is ready. It has a really nice thick consistency. I went ahead and turned off the heat. And now to make it smooth, you can take an immersion blender and put it right into your pot and immerse it and make it as smooth as you want. But because I know most of you don't have an immersion blender, I'm just using a regular blender to make it nice and smooth. You can use a ladle, or if you have a small pot like I do, pour it directly in your blender jar. If your sauce is still hot like mine, make sure to vent the lid so that the heat can escape. Now you can just blend it on low speed, as smooth as you like. Personally, I like a few chunks there, so I only need about 10 seconds or so. Check it out, there's a thick texture in there, but all the skins have been blended. Now all you have to do is pour the cranberry sauce directly into your jar or serving dishes. Now once these fully cool off, I'll place the lid on them and refrigerate them for up to 10 days, which is awesome because that means that you can make this cranberry orange sauce ahead of time. The first thing you wanna do is preheat your oven and come back to your ingredients. Then I am going to take a brush and some melted butter and grease all of these muffin tin cavities. We are gonna preheat our pan for 5 minutes greased because we want our muffin tin to be nice and hot when we pour the batter, and we also want the grease to cover all sides and heat up. You can use butter or vegetable oil. I do not recommend spray for this. While our pan is heating up, we are going to make our batter in less than 5 minutes in our blender. So first we want to put our eggs, then our milk. We're gonna put in our melted butter. Now remember that right below this video, you're gonna find the ingredient measurements and how to make this easy popovers. Let's put the lid on and combine the wet ingredients real quick until you have a cohesive liquid batter. To our wet ingredient batter, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and our flour. Once again, we're gonna put on the lid and blend to combine. And now we're just going to, from the blender, right into our muffin pan, fill all 12 about 3/4 of the way. Now you just take your muffin pan in the oven and bake them for 30 to 35 minutes until the tops are golden. You're gonna see how beautifully they pop towards the top, and you remove them, let them cool down for a few minutes, and you can place them in your bread basket and serve them right away. Check these out. They are beautiful. Wow, soft in the inside. We gotta try it. Let's put a little bit of butter. Remember the ingredients and measurements are gonna be right below this video. So good. So easy. See you guys next time.